So welcome back to another video, guys. Now in this video, we're basically going to go over how to identify bad suppliers or fake suppliers for your Amazon wholesale FBA business. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Oscar. I am a 7-figure Amazon wholesaler and I've been in the game for at least 4+ years. And so on this channel, we teach you everything from Amazon to wholesale and just everything you legitimately need to run a successful Amazon FBA business. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think about this video. Smash the like button and let's just get straight into it. So, one of the things about getting into wholesale or in the wholesale space in general with Amazon is that, you need to find suppliers, right? And being as a beginner in the Amazon wholesale space, finding suppliers is going to be your most difficult task up front, okay? Because for one, you don't know what you're looking for, okay? You don't know how to identify whether a supplier is legit, whether they're, selling authentic products, and, just everything else in between. And especially going into 2024, guys, finding legitimate suppliers has never been more important than ever. Because if you've been in the game since last year in 2023, a lot of sellers were getting their accounts suspended, deactivated for, all these fake suppliers. And so being able to identify these suppliers and determine whether they're real is super important. So let's go over a few steps on how to actually identify them and really just, determine whether a supplier is real. So number one, and probably the most obvious reason is, just Google their location, okay? Type in their address, put it on Google Maps and see what pops up. A real distributor, a real supplier, 9 out of 10 times will have a legitimate, warehouse, big warehouse. You'll see trailers on there, coming in and out. Because some of the fake ones, they'll usually try to have like a little small office spot or a virtual, address. And that's just not a real legit supplier if they can't even provide a real warehouse, okay? Real suppliers have real warehouses with real employees actually working in their buildings, okay? And so if a supplier cannot prove that they even have a physical location, I mean, how are they going to prove to you that they have, real physical products? So, again, it's kind of common sense, but still super important to identify. And so, Google's always going to be your number one best friend when it comes to wholesale. Now, number two, when it comes to the application, I just got to say that, the easier it is to open that account when it comes to, registering under their, website or whatever, the chances in higher are that they're not a legitimate supplier. For one, you shouldn't just be able to put an email, make a password, and then an account is created, okay? That's not a real wholesaler, because a real wholesaler, they'll make you go through some hoops signing up that application, okay? They'll either have you contact the supplier directly and then wait for a response to application. They'll ask for your reseller's permit, or whatever it may be called in your state. Here in Texas, we call it a reseller's permit. Or they'll ask for your EIN number. Just something that shows that you're an actual business. They will ask for these documents because, again, they're selling to you a business and they're a business. You're doing business to business, not business to consumer, okay? And so if your suppliers are not asking for a lot of this information up front when making that account, then 9 out of 10 times they're not a real supplier, okay? They're just one of those brokers who, they're like a middleman of a middleman trying to sell you, whatever they can and squeeze any last minute dollars to you. And just really, it's just not legit. And it's just not a legitimate chain of custody either, okay? So avoid those suppliers if it's too easy. Now, another red flag to identify whether a supplier is legit or not, is the pricing on the website, okay? As a wholesaler, you should not be able to show your pricing to anybody on the site without an actual account, okay? And there's a bunch of wholesalers that, they'll claim that they're wholesalers. You go on the website and immediately you see the pricing for a lot of the products, right? You'll see $2.99, $5.99, all these bulk deals or whatever. And the truth is, guys, is that a real legitimate wholesaler should not be showing these prices to anybody, okay? Because they should be providing wholesale prices to, businesses. And if they're showing you the prices right away, that's a huge red flag in my opinion. And you don't want to work with suppliers like that just, go off showing off pricing to anybody who's willing to open an account, okay? It should be hard to see those pricing. You should, have an account first before you're able to see that pricing. And so if they're showing that, then they're not legit, okay? So that's just the bottom line truth. Now, another huge red flag when it comes to finding suppliers for your Amazon wholesale business, guys, and this is the main one that I really hate seeing Amazon sellers fall, into, because it's easy to get caught up in these. But basically, it's suppliers, that supposedly give you, all these great deals through email or Telegram. They just blast you with deals every single day, supposedly. Like they give you the ASIN, the Amazon link, your cost of goods, the profits, all these nice little organized Excel spreadsheets or whatever it may be. Guys, a legit wholesale supplier should not be giving you any of this crap, okay? Like, all my legitimate suppliers, they hardly know what Amazon FBA even is, okay? They're not out here giving me ASINs or Amazon links. A small amount, they're aware of Amazon sellers, but they don't know the ins and outs of what an actual Amazon ASIN is or anything, okay? And if your supplier is giving you all these fantastic ASINs with these, fat ass margins and whatnot, 10 out of 10 times, guys, it's not gonna go very well. And 10 out of 10 times, you're not gonna be able to prove, chain of custody, because chances are those products are either fake or they've been stolen, okay? Because if they're so great selling these fantastic products to you at such a great deal, why are they just handing them off to you, right? And keep in mind, you don't want suppliers like that either, because if they're giving those great deals to you, chances are they're giving those great deals to tens, if not hundreds of other sellers as well. And so when you start buying those products and you start sending them into FBA, guys, you're literally going to have products that are just tanking, tanking after tanking after tanking. And if you're coming from the arbitrage space, especially OA, the main thing you want to avoid, especially if you're trying to go into wholesale, is products tanking. And so, going into wholesale, you're not here for products to tank. You're here for products to stay, consistent. And buying from suppliers like this, guys, is just going to cause so much headaches. And please, guys, I highly advise you guys avoid these type of suppliers for sure. Okay. And they're very sneaky too, right? Like you'll see them, especially like on social media apps like Instagram for sure. I know for sure I see them so many on Instagram, You see dudes making like all these cinematic ads and whatnot about providing you with all these great leads, all these Amazon products, like Ninja products, Keurig coffees and all that good stuff. Like, bro, you do not want those type of products whatsoever. And again, if you find yourself buying these products, you're going to learn very quickly how bad of a deal that is for you, okay? So just don't do it. If it sounds too good to be true, guys, it definitely is. And you don't want to get caught up in that type of crap, because it is not worth losing your account, okay? So now, some final notes, guys. I just do want to say that for those of you getting into wholesale, you're looking for suppliers, maybe you've been doing this for just a few days or a week or two, keep in mind, you're still in the learning process, okay? You're still learning how to, mess with the keywords, how to identify different suppliers, just, a lot of stuff going on, right? And so if you're not finding suppliers immediately, that's just part of the process. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just going through the struggle of the actual business itself. And so with due time, you will get better, your skills will sharpen, and you will be able to identify good suppliers much, much better, okay? But it does take time. So just don't give up, okay? Because if you give up, then you basically failed at that point, okay? So as long as you can, take one day at a time, continue finding suppliers, and really just, trying to go through those basic, steps and knowledge, you will succeed in this, guys, okay? Because when you really look back at it, or at least when I look back at it, finding suppliers is the easiest part of this business, okay? Like, finding suppliers is so easy. Like, it literally just comes second nature to me at this point, all right? It's everything else that comes afterwards that gets much harder, but we'll go over that in a separate video, right? So, but all in all, guys, I hope you found this video very helpful. Again, drop a comment down below, smash the like button, and I do got more videos on the channel going over, wholesale, Amazon FBA specifically, and just a bunch of other stuff that, will, help you guys in your journey. So be sure to check those videos out, make sure to subscribe, and as always, guys, I will see you on the next one. Peace.